Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for June 9th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we'll start with our geometry pass. We've got 2, 3, 5, 7 here, and that immediately tells us that we've got 2, 3, 5, 7 here. Might be easier to see the 9, 8 looking in, giving us a hidden 9, 8, but let me go over what I saw here first. So we've got this kind of expansion of your typical New York Times trick up to 4 digits. So these 4 digits, 2, 3, 5, and 7. Every row, every column, and every box has one of each digit. And so this row, row 2, is not excluded. It needs a 2, a 3, a 5, and a 7. And we know that these 3 cells here, I'll make those purple, are not going to be a 2, 3, 5, or 7 because they're already in the box. They can't be any of them. Neither can this 9, 8. They're filled with 9, 8. 9, 8 doesn't match 2, 3, 5, or 7. So this row still needs 4 cells to fit a 2, 3, 5, and 7. And there are only 4 cells left that can have them. So those 4 cells must have them. So the green digits end up going here. So what we can do is we can say this is going to be 2, 3, 5, 7. We know the 7 doesn't go here. And actually, this sees 3, 5, and 7. So if we need to fit 2, 3, 5, and 7 into these 4 green cells here, and this cell here can't be the 3, 5, or 7. It has to be the 2. So it's basically a naked single 2 there. And then we're left with 3, 5, 7 here. This can't be the 7, so it's 3, 5. This can't be 3 or 5 at all, so it's a naked 7. And this is the other 3, 5. All right, so you can fill that in like really quickly right away just by noticing that geometry right at the start. Obviously, you don't have to sit there explaining it to people, so it takes a little less time. This 9, 8 looks in. It's kind of the corollary. It's a little bit easier of a corollary to see, especially because, let's ignore this 9 for a second. Pretend we don't have that 9 there. This 9, 8 looking in, these aren't 9 or 8. And so the 9, 8 need to go in these 2 cells. It's a similar concept. It's a hidden pair instead of a hidden quad. But we have 2 cells left that can be 8, 9. So those 2 cells must be 8, 9. And now we can look and see that this 9 actually tells us that the 9 can't go there. So the 9 actually can only go there, and then that's the 8. Or if you prefer, this is a naked 8. And then that leaves behind 3 digits. They're the 3 digits we haven't talked about at all yet. They are the 1, the 4, and the 6. And this can't be 1 or 4, so this must be the 6. And then we're left with a 1, 4 pair. So lots to do in that first band just from noticing that initial geometry in box 1, which is quite nice. I'm sure there's plenty to follow up on here, but I'm just going to I'm going to finish our geometry pass and then we'll come back to it. So 1, 2, 6, we do want to look for 1, 2, 6 in this row. This harms us a little bit. We already have a 2. So it's just 1 and 6, and there's 4 places, so not helpful. The other thing to look for is anything looking through here is going to automatically eliminate that digit from 3 places already. And if it doesn't match the 1, 2, and 6, then there's already 6 places in the box that it can't be. So this 3 looking in, for example, is not in any of these 6 places. It has to be in these 3. But unfortunately, that's too many to like mark up or be useful right now. 2, 7, 9. So each of these boxes has a 2. So really we just care about 7 and 9. We do know the 7 ends up over here somewhere. So we can mark that. And again, the 3 looking in is actually helpful this time because we have a 3 below helping. So this 3 wasn't helpful because it overlapped the 1 cell that it eliminated with this one, right? These don't work together very well. But these do work together very well because it eliminates the 3 from this cell in addition to these 3. So there's only 2 places left for 3, and that is going to point. What do I mean by pointing? Well, this box needs a 3, because every box needs a 3. And so, where's it going to be? Well, it's going to be here or here. That's where we've marked our corner marks, here or here. Those, coincidentally, are also both in column 6 here. And so, wherever the 3 ends up, it will also be the 3 for column 6, meaning we can't have more 3s in column 6. So these cannot be 3. As a result, neither can these, but they already couldn't be. This already couldn't be as well. But anyway, we can think about it as pointing up here. This 3 looks up also, and this 3 looks in, putting a 3 in one of these 2. So what we've learned is this cell's not 3. This is new information. We didn't know this couldn't be 3 until we found the pointing 3s. And we found that by looking through here, right? Same way we would look through here. This 3, nice candidate for that. And we have 2, 3, and 7. So we want to look at 2, 3, 7 in this column here. We do see that the 7 is limited to these 2. I'm just quickly scanning this row to see if 7 is interesting, but it's not. And then the 2 and the 3 need to end up in kind of these 4 places, but it's not super helpful. Basically, we have 2, 7, and 3 in 4 places, which can't be acted on right now. There's kind of an extra digit there. We also can look at the corollary, the 4 and 8 looking in here. So 4 and 8 are in these 3. We could have easily had a 4 and an 8 over here helping. We don't, unfortunately, but if we had, that would have been helpful, right? But we know that 2 out of these 3 digits, 2 out of these 3 cells are going to be a 4 and an 8. And then something else. All right. We've got this 4, which is not going to be... I mean, I actually, it could have been helpful to look at this 4 because we want to look for 4 in this column. If there was a 4 in this row or a 4 in this row, we would have been a single, but we're not. We do have a 4 in one of these 2. Okay, not helpful right now. We got 1, 3, and 5. So we want to look for 1, 3, and 5 in this column. Unfortunately, not helpful today. Well, the 3 is helpful. We already have it marked, though. And then we've got anything, the 4 looking through here could be helpful, but there's no 4s up here to help. All right, and then we've got 4, 5, 8, which I don't think is too helpful. Anything looking down through here might be helpful. The 3, 7, 9. Unfortunately, we don't have any 3, 7, 9s to help up down here. So no good there. We do know that 3 out of these 4 cells are 3, 7, 9. Okay, so let's go back up. There's probably more we can do with this band, but I wanted to finish the geometry pass first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at these givens because we know they're almost certainly useful when pairing up with this box. So we know the 7s are done. So we just, and the 9s are done. So we just need to look at 2, 4, and 8. So these 2 2s look in, this 2 helps. We also have the 4, which pairs up with the 1, 4 pair, putting a 4 up here. And then we have the 8, which pairs up with this 8, putting an 8 up here. All right, so there's only 3 digits left in this row. We need a 1, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6. I'm just gonna mark it out, that's not a 1. And we want to look at verticals as well. So let's look at all of these and again, compare against this box. Unfortunately, 1 and 4 aren't helpful, but with the 2 and the 6 are. So we have 2, 6 here and 2, 6 here. So 2 and 6 end up somewhere down here in this box column. That's how we get there. We've got the 2, 7, and 9, and then 2, 7, 9 here. So they all have buddies. So the 2 ends up in one of these 2. We do want to look for 2 in this row, but it's not helpful at the moment. It can be here or here. The 7s also look down. So the 7s, oh, this is quite helpful. So this 7 and this 7 look down, putting a 7 in one of these 2. Now, why is this helpful? Well, look carefully at what the 2 and the 7 are trying to tell us in this box. They're saying that one of these 2 cells needs to be a 2, and the 7 is saying one of these 2 cells needs to be a 7. It's the same 2 cells. And so if one of them needs to be a 2 and one of them needs to be a 7, that's all we can fit into them. We can't actually fit a 4 here, for example. If we tried to put a 4 here, there wouldn't be enough room for both a 2 and a 7 in this box. This cell would want to be both a 2 and a 7. And so it can't actually be 4, letting us eliminate that 4 corner mark, leaving only one place for 4 in the box. That eliminates this 4 corner mark. So 4 is one of these 2. All right. In addition to that, this hidden 2, 7 pair did remove more than just 4. It removed, looks like a 6. So we want to think about 6. I don't see anything to do with 6. It removed 8 and 9. So this 8 looking in, now 8 is in one of these 2 because it can't be in this cell. And now notice how the 6 and 8 form that same hidden pair structure. So this is a hidden 6, 8 pair because we've got the 8 looking in and the 8 can't be where this hidden 2, 7 was. And then the 6 was, why was the 6 marked there? When did I mark the 6 there? Hold on. I had the 6 marked here, but I don't remember why. Because I shouldn't have had that 6 there. And is that a mistake? I really don't see how 6 could have gotten marked there. Maybe I meant to mark a different digit there. Okay, I'm not going to keep those 6s there because I don't know where how that happened. I must have typoed and not noticed. What digit did I want there is the question. I don't know. All right, well, this is just a triple, so why don't we just think about the triple then? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we need 6, 8, 9. That's not 8, that's not 9. And so we do know the 8's in one of these two. That's going to point in with this 8, and 8's down here. I honestly, like, I'd love to look back at my footage, see where that 6 came from, because that was definitely a mistake. Okay. Let's see. So we got this 2, 7, yeah. So the 6, 8, and 9 aren't here. They already couldn't have been 9, so it's just the, yeah, we did the 8. Okay. So what's next? I was looking at these verticals, the 2, 7, and 9. So yeah, we know the 9's in one of these two. This is already kind of too marked up. In fact, I don't really need to mark these 9's. I think marking the 8's is helpful because they did point. We actually, that's how we learn that this isn't 8. Okay. So that was nice for that vertical. How about this vertical? 4, 7, 8, 9. So 2 4s, put a 4 in one of these two. We're looking at 4 in this row, but it's hopeless. And then 7, 8, and 9. We got the 7s. The 8s actually join the 4. So we have another hidden pair here, a hidden 4, 8 pair. So we want to think about what that eliminated. And probably the easiest thing to do is just to think about, actually, I was going to say these 4 digits, but these 3 digits are probably easier because it's 3 instead of 4. And we can mark it up. So we need a 1, 2, and 6 here. I'm not seeing anything super special about that. It's just all 1, 2, 6. But these can't be 1, 2, 6. They already couldn't be 2. So it's the 1 and the 6 that were removed. 1, 6 look in. That's not 1, 6. So 1 and 6 are here. Yeah, I'm not sure that that does anything right now. Oh, we have this one crossing that I missed on this 7, 9. So 1's in one of these two. That's going to point in. So these 1's point in along with this one, putting a 1 in one of these two. This can't be 1 anymore. It's the hidden 4, 8. Okay. So that was the 4 and the 8. And we have the 9 as well, but I don't think the 9 does anything. Oh, actually, now it does. This 9 and oh, it has always been a crossing on this 2, 7. I missed a bunch of crossings in my geometry search. There's a 9 in one of these two, and that's going to point down with this 9, putting a 9 in one of these two. And now we want to look for 9 in this row, but there are 3 places. Okay. So with the 1 cornered here and the 9 cornered here, these can actually be penciled. So well, let's think about it first. We need the 1, 5, 6, 9. 1, 5, 6, 9. This isn't 1 or 6. This is 5, 9. I don't know. Do I want to mark this right now? 1, 5, 6, 5, 6, 9. Okay. Well, let's do this band. So the 1 doesn't seem to do anything. The 2 is done. The 6 does not seem to do anything. In fact, there's just these 2 6s. All right, we've got the 2, 7, and 9. So the 2's are done. The 7 we got marked. The 9, we have that marked there. And it's here. Okay. And then we've got 2, 3, and 7. So 2's are done. 3, like how many times am I going to say 2's are done? 3's we got marked here already. And then the 7. All right, we have this. Let's just do this band. We have the 4, we have 1, 3, 5. So the only thing I really missed were these 5's here. 5's in one of these two. I don't know if missed is the right term, but the only thing that's left to mark. Okay, so we want to look for low-hanging fruit. The first thing I'm actually noticing is that we have a lot of corner marks in this box that are avoiding these 2 cells here. So let's do a count. We have the 4, and then we also have 2, 5, 6, 8. So that's 5 digits that these already aren't. Might be worth thinking about. So we need the 1. Neither of them can be 1 either. So yeah, that's already worth it. So neither of them can be 1. Neither of them can be 2. The bottom, oh, neither of them can be 3 either. Hold on. This is interesting. So they can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could be 7. This one can be 8. Oh no, neither of them can be 8. We have the 8's down here and the 8's pointing. And then the 9 looks down, so this can be 9, but this can't be. So this is a naked 7, and then now this is a naked 9. That's kind of crazy. Let's double check. So this sees 1, 2 sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it sees 8 from these pointing 8's from this box, or the claiming 8's here, and then the 9. So it is a naked 7, and then now this is naked 9. I'll trust that. That's in that 7 there. This is 6, 8, and 9. So that's not a 6. We can place the 7 and the 9 in this box, giving us 2 and 7. Honestly, I thought that this top band was going to finish first, but maybe this bottom one will. So we cleared out a 6 and a 2. Unfortunately, there's still 2 places for 2, 2 places for 6. Let's see. Clear out this 8. Two places for 8. Clear out this 6. I think there's a lot of low-hanging fruit to look at. This column is down to 2 digits. We need a 3 and an 8. It's not resolved. Kind of hoping it was. This row is down to 3 digits. We need a 2, 3, 6. Lots of 3s. 2, 3, 6. That's not 2. This is 1, 3, 6 for the column. Is there anything else? So there's a lot with 4. I'm wondering if there's any more with like 2 or 3. It doesn't look like it. Let's see, 1, 2. So the 3 actually points from this box. 3 is in one of these two. So this can't be 3. And so 3's in one of these. Oh, actually, this 3 looks in. These 3's point in. This 3 looks down. So 3's in one of these two now. I want to look more at this box, but why don't we look at this column first? We need a 1, 4, 5, 8. 1, 4, 5, 8. So this can't be 1. So this is 4, 5, 8. This can't be 4 or 8. So it's 1, 5. And this can't be 5. So it's 1 or 4. So it's 1, 8. Not much to do with that, actually. Oh, this row's down to 3. 1, 2, 5. But it's all of them. And this row's down to 1, 3, 6, 8, not an 8. So 1, 3, 6. Well, I got it all marked up, but it's kind of messy. I just feel like this puzzle's about to finish. We need 1, 3, 5, 8. This can't be 5, so it's 1, 3, 8. This can't be 3, so it's 1, 5, 8. Like, there's just not enough to do here. This column is down to 3 digits. We need a 1, 4, 6. Oh, this can't be 1 or 6. So this is a naked 4. That's helpful. And so that means the only place for 4 in this box is right here. And that removed an 8 corner mark, meaning the only place for 8 is here. And that removed a 3 corner mark, meaning the only place for 3 is here. That finishes the 5 here. All right, and this box is going to almost finish, if not completely. We have the 9 and the 8. We have the 6 and the 4 and the 1 and the 5. There we go. We get the 1 here. And the 5. We get the 1 and the 6 and the 5. That's 6. This can't be 5. Down here we get 3 and 2. Up here we get the 1, the 2, and the 3. We get the 1 and the 6 down here. We get 5, 2, 6. Okay, this does not finish. It's a 1, 3, 8 triple. And this triple here might be helpful. We need a 3, 6, 8. Yeah, and this can't be 3, 6. So that's our 8, 3, and 6. That's our 4. We get the 1 and the 4. We get the 8, 3, and 1. Gives us the 8. Final 3 digits, we need a 3, which goes here. We need a 5, and we need a 9. We're done. All right, I think I spent a little time explaining all the geometry stuff. And yeah, I don't know if I missed anything for a while. Might have. But yeah, I think when I was doing the low-hanging fruit pass, I missed some that were more low-hanging than others. Anyway. Pretty nice puzzle today. I liked the geometry in this one. A lot of hidden pairs. I do not know how these 6s ended up cornered there, but they would have been wrong because the 6 ended up here. So I must have tried to corner an 8 or a 9 there. I don't know. Or it was just kind of stray. I'm interested in looking back at the footage to see where those 6s came from. I'm glad I double-checked them because I was like, why was 6 limited to those two? It's always good to just make sure you didn't typo. But anyway. Let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.